Hello, my name is Sebbi, and welcome back to the coffee break in Minecraft. Today is Sunday, February 24th, 2019. Yes, I am still alive, so this means I survived swimming. I told you last time the story of, I was somehow vortexed into triathlon. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. And speaking of interesting things, this mountain over there looks interesting as well, because there's a hole inside that mountain. This reminds me of a particular mountain I visited in Norway. There's a real mountain, a huge mountain, a large mountain, and this mountain has a hole in it. It really has a hole, a super large hole, and you can walk through the mountain. And this hole was naturally generated, so this was super cool. And so in this case, I crossed that mountain through that hole. And I also climbed on top of that mountain to look down from it and to enjoy this fantastic vista. Ooh, floating terrain. So yeah, that's cool. That's cool. What are we doing? We are on the expedition. We are on the expedition to create another super large map, to explore the coffee break world, to just see where we live, to learn more about our world, which is the thing we should have done way earlier, I guess, because, hey, I mean, well, on the other hand, at first you have to secure your... This is neat. That's cool. It looks almost like a cathedral or so. Cathedral-like hole in the mountain. That's cool. Cool. Neat. I like that. Ooh, I like that a lot. And, ow. So yeah, we're on the expedition to explore the map. The map you can see in my left hand, in the off hand, and that's cool. That's really cool. Speaking again about triathlon, yeah, I think I have no excuse to not do it, because yeah, I told you last time that I was about to go swimming for the very first time. I think nearly a year passed since I last swam, and it wasn't really endurance swimming I did back in the, well, last year, so a year ago. So wasn't quite sure if I survived it, but for some reason I managed to, with my friend who got me into this situation, to keep up with her, and yeah, not only to keep up with her speed-wise, well, not completely, but for the first time it was quite good. But also to swim for 45 minutes or so, which might be the time we need to complete those 1.5 kilometers of swimming. I mean, that's crazy. 1.5 kilometers of swimming. Why am I doing this? Why am I trying to do this? So yeah, I survived it, and I survived to swim that long. In this case, I think I have no more excuses to not do it. Well, maybe things will happen on the way there that make me think differently or so when training goes on and things get more stressful or so. So we will see. But for now, I think I will just try to do it. I will just try to somehow survive it, and of course keep you posted about my progress, keep you posted about what's going on, because I think that's really cool. That's the first time experience of doing such an event, and I mean, I'm quite sure that this will be interesting, and hopefully also interesting for you to learn about my struggles and things and lessons learned and so on. I mean, this could be super cool. It would be even more cool if I would do it as some kind of real life vlog situation, as I do with the travel vlogs. Unfortunately, oh man, travel vlog. I still have this Iceland 2017 video to do. Oh man, that's embarrassing. I don't have time. I don't have time. Why? Why don't I have time? I need time. I need more time. Also, I need more time to finally finish this PhD thesis, as you know. But yeah, along the trials and tribulations of my new sports career, I got a question from Matthew. Do you have a schedule for swimming? Not yet. I mean, I just tried it once, Tuesday evening, and then I wasn't swimming again. But it would be really good to maybe go swimming twice a week. For now, the triathlon we like to take part in takes place on June 23rd, I guess. June 23rd. So that's basically 4 months from now. And I think when I do swimming twice a week or so, should be plenty of time to build up some endurance and to get ready for it. Also, I need to change my swimming style. I was just doing breaststrokes. But I think I need to change. I need to change this and use it just in the when I'm exhausted or so. But at least it worked for 45 minutes, so that's good. That's really good. And I was really surprised that I was able to have this pace, to have this endurance, because yeah, I mean it's a sport I haven't done in quite some time. So yeah, that's interesting. That's super interesting. But no, I don't have a schedule yet. I think the schedule will be established soonish when we maybe do some proper planning or so. I hope we do this soon, because I'm really ambitious. I'm really eager. And speaking of sports, I'm currently trying to achieve some different kind of endurance record. Maybe it's even an endurance record. I'm currently at 9 days. 9 days? 9 days. Yeah, 9 days of sports. So 9 days every day, one activity, and that's nice. I guess that's really nice. That's impressive. I'm really surprised that I do so well with that, and I'm also surprised that I'm not exhausted, and I still every day I have the feeling, hey, I need to go out, I need to do something, I need to do sports, and that's interesting. That's really interesting that so far my body don't really craves for a break or so. No, everything's fine, and this is also ooh. I thought this would be a very deep cave. Oh man, this would have been problematic. But yeah, I'm surprised that I'm okay. I'm now at 9 days of sports. So that's interesting. 9 days without a break, just sports. It started last week Friday. Let's just summarize what I did. So last week Friday, it was going to the gym. Saturday and a Sunday hiking. So I mean, it was not slow hiking, so I would call it still sports, and training for my leg muscles and so on. So yeah, Saturday, Sunday hiking, Monday gym, Tuesday swimming, Wednesday climbing, Thursday gym, Friday running, and yeah, basically this is now once again a timey-wimey situation once again. I'm recording this on Saturday. As you know, I try to record my coffee break episodes the day ahead they get released, because otherwise it's not feasible for me to record it the day on which I like to release the episode, to render, to upload it and so on, because this takes time, and this normally doesn't fit into a normal work day, because when I get home late, record this episode, it's just stressful, especially when there are things that might cause a delay or so. And is this the forest we just saw the fire? Or is this a different forest? I don't know. Yeah, it's then causing maybe a delay because something happens at work or so, and so it's way more convenient for me, less stressful when I recorded the day before. And so for me it's Saturday, for you it's Sunday, and I haven't done sports yet. I have to decide between maybe running again, hiking, or swimming. I think those are the three options for today. Haven't decided yet what kind of activity I like to do, but yeah, by the time you will watch this episode, I will be either at the 9th day of sports or the 10th day of sports even. Not sure what I will do tomorrow or today, depending how we ever see this. Oh man, that's confusing. This is super confusing. This is way more confusing than this normal thing of having different time zones on our globe and not sure what time zone, what time it is in different regions of the globe or so. But the moon is rising. But yeah, that's where we are. That's what's going on, and it's pretty cool. Not so cool is the weather. The weather. I'm more or less even concerned a little bit about the weather. I mean, we have beautiful weather. We have sunshine. We have blue sky. Everything is fine, but we have temperatures of 20, of maybe 12 to 14 centigrade. And it's February. Normally it should be freezing, and this is scary. This is really scary. I'm quite concerned about this because I mean, you know, I talked about this in the past so many times. Global warming, nature, everything is super important to me, and this is just another sign of, hey, things are screwy right now, and I'm quite sure they will continue to be screwy. So yeah, this makes me a little bit sad having those high temperatures. I enjoy that we have sunshine, but I would more enjoy if we would have sunshine and cool temperatures, because right now this is really concerning, and they, I think, predict even 15, 17 centigrade for the next week. So yeah, that's crazy. It's February. What's going on here? What's going on this globe? This is bad. This is very bad. Yeah, what else? Exams, making progress. Only, well, Monday, Tuesday will be stressful again, but then it's finally over. So looking forward to that it's over and that I can finish again on my thesis. Anything else in particular that happened? Anything else that happened? I need to think. It's really hard to. Has something else happened? No, I think that's all that took place since last time. I mean, it was either sports or work, or yeah, that's about it, I guess. Yeah, so let's just answer yet another question from Matthew. Oh, that's a different or interesting one. Do you consider loot boxes and other similar game mechanics to be gambling? What do you think of this practice? Does it has its place in games? Loot boxes. Yeah, loot boxes are really an interesting thing, and this perfectly fits into this entire gambling thing I did recently, and where we published a paper. Well, it's not published yet, but it will be published at a conference taking place in by the end of March. Yeah, loot boxes. From the general way how the game mechanic is structured, how the game mechanic works, they are indeed gambling, I'd say. And you have games like was it Destiny and so on? It's a different game where there are so many similarities to gambling games. I mean, we just in our experiment tested two versions of a virtual slot machine. One slot machine was realized in desktop 3D, the other one in virtual reality, and we compared them in respect to some harm-inducing factors. So, but when we consider the way how the loot box game mechanic is structured, then it's exactly what we also figured out for real, true gambling games. And in this case, when you just think about this from this perspective, then yes, it's definitely a form of gambling. Has its place in computer games. That's a different thing, because often in computer games, like here in Minecraft, you have chances that you can get an item. As I wanted to have this mending book, I was fishing for many episodes, and trying to find something to catch a mending book. Never did so. And if you play, we are in a cloud layer. If you, this is a nice view, I guess. Well, if this cloud would move away. Hey, cloud. Hey, I can jump above the cloud layer. That's interesting. If you think, hey, can this cloud end, please? I like to enjoy this fantastic vista. If you think about World of Warcraft, you go on a raid instance. You go on a raid. You kill a raid boss for how many times? And now we are. That's interesting. That's neat. That's very neat. Look at this landscape. That's awesome. That's cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, now we're back in the cloud. Oh dear. Ha! This would be a bad drop. Can we get even down from here? I don't think so. I don't think so that we can descend from here. So let's be careful about our descent and try to find a way down from here. This is really a neat point to look down from, but it's also a little bit concerning. So let's try to get down from here without hurting ourselves. This would be good. And there you have basically the same thing. You just do something for the chance of getting a new virtual item. But it's not like, okay, but it's pretty similar, because for those loot boxes to get, you need to play the game. For a raid boss to die and to drop the items, you need to play the game. And so you have two different ways of basically obtaining the chance of getting the item you desire. In this case, I think I wouldn't call it refined, but I think those loot boxes then are maybe more simplified. Yes, sheep. I totally agree. A more simplified way of this raid instance situation, that you do something in the hope to get something, or like fishing here in Minecraft. You do it, or exploring caves, dungeons, and so on. Finding spawners where you have chests, in the hope that you get a very, very good item. So in the end, every time you have basically a game, you have some gameplay that is based on chances. And so it's also luck-based, more or less. And it's like gambling. In this case, it's very difficult. From I mean, it's really the big question: where does it start, and where does it end? If you, in the end, from a gambling perspective, everything could be gambling because it has all the same things. You have the chance to get something. It's luck based and so on. From a game design perspective, it's done since ever. Well, I'm not quite sure. Some games do have those things, other games don't, and it's all the time a little bit the question. I think I'm stuck here. No, I'm trapped on top of this tree situation. Oh no, here I can get down. Yes, bar to you too, sheep. Bar to you too. And, ow. And, so I'm, yeah, to me it's super difficult to really say, okay, this is this or this is that. In the end, I would put it quite close to gambling because it's so similar to gambling, but since there is that's really difficult. Since there is more gameplay around it, I mean, if you have gambling like a slot machine or so, where the only thing is press a button and hope that you get something out of it, this is true gambling. You are not directly actively participating in the gameplay. In computer games with those loot boxes or raid instances or so, you also have the gameplay around it. And maybe this would make for the difference to me. I'm not quite sure if this is a good distinction between being a game or being gambling. And it's also a little bit the question, I think it's more also about, are the loot boxes, are the chances that you get a specific thing dominating the gameplay, or oh man, I'm drawing attention. I think we need to find a place. Oh dear, now I'm getting shot. I think we need to find a place where we can end off this episode and hide, but the forest isn't great for that. But I think soon I should be. Oh dear, ow. This was so obvious. But soon I think we should be out of that forest. Ow. I hope so, because it's a little bit cramped in here and creepers can be around every corner. When I look at the map, then I should be out of the forest soon. Then I can defend myself against the creatures that follow me. Maybe I can just escape them by jumping over those trees and getting up here, or not getting up here. I think this is maybe more the how big is the role of those game mechanics? How big is the role of you dealing with the loot boxes in comparison to you dealing with other gameplay mechanics? Maybe this is the difference where you can distinguish between gambling and not gambling. But yeah, in the end, I think both game mechanics itself, or the loot box itself, would be, to me, a gambling game mechanic. But yeah, I would like to know what you think about this. What are your considerations on that topic? Please let me know in the comment section. And also, please join me in the next episode when we continue with the exploration. Thank you so much for watching. Until then, my name is Sebbi. See you!